Hello, everyone, and greetings from the basement of lovely Cariotis Hall here at Northeastern's campus in Boston. I'm Max White. Max, Dr. White, either works, and I'll be your instructor for this online section of 3314 Advanced Writing in the Disciplines for those of you in the College of Art, Media, and Design. So let me first of all say hi. This is me. I have a face and that I'm looking forward to working with all of you this semester. Um, so a few things. First of all, I've posted the syllabus, and by syllabus here I mean course schedule, the course policies and stuff. I'll put up shortly as well. I apologize for just getting the stuff up, but the new Blackboard that I had to deal with was less than wonderful with that transition they made over break. At any rate, that's up now. So give yourself some time to look it over and familiarize yourself with it and get acquainted with what the course requirements are, the kind of workload that's entailed. In terms of the course, what I can tell you up front is that it's a course that emphasizes audience. This course very much asks you to think about different genres, different purposes for writing, different styles, and why those styles are that way. So the different assignments are going to ask you to speak to different audiences differently and to value different modes of communicating in a sense. If you go through the schedule at the day-to-day level, it should give you a good idea of what's entailed on a weekly basis, when things are due, what the types of stepping stone assignments are, etc., that kind of pyramid up into the main graded projects. Big things to note up front would be, first of all, the grade breakdown. The first two projects are 20% each, and then they get 15%. This is intentional because the first two projects are very much theoretical. They're the kind of abstract work that informs the specific work we're going to do later on. Essentially, the way this course works is we follow a trajectory. Module 1, the annotated bibliography, is where you research. You create a topic, you ground it in relevant scholarship, and you say, this is why I'm interested in it. This is how this topic fits into my field of study. Since y'all are in the same college, you want to be a little more specific probably and say, this is how my topic fits into my particular discipline. So you can almost think of it as a specialty within a field. You're kind of beginning to build a knowledge base up about your particular interest, concentration, focus, future career pursuit, however you want to think about it. So Module 1 is a little bit longer than the others, and that's because Module 1 is the research module. This is going to be your time to gather sources, to do some work with them, and to say, these are the ideas and writers I'm going to be working with for the rest of the semester. So it's pretty important that you choose well, and even if you don't choose well, that you at least are able to refine your topic and your interests into something that you can focus on. That's, I think, the most important way to look at it. Module 2, the discourse community and genre analysis, is where you say, okay, now that I've gathered these sources on this topic, on this subfield, now I'm going to go one step further and I'm going to begin to write about how these writers use writing, how these readers read, what values do they have, why do they write, who are they writing to, what does their writing look like, what are the style conventions, are there images, is it serious, is it informal, how is citation used? These are all the kinds of questions you're going to ask and answer in Module 2. So by the end of Module 2, if we're on this trajectory, you've gathered a research base, you've begun to think about how it fits into your field, and now you're going to theorize it a little bit. Then modules 3, 4, and 5 are kind of like activating that knowledge. Like, how do I use it now that I've built up that base? And you're going to be asked to apply it in terms of scholarly. So your audience there will be me or a colleague. Module 4, professionally, writing in the workplace. How might you write for a workplace? And then Module 5, publicly. How will you reach a public audience? So think about the trajectory there. We're going from a familiar academic audience that values citation, that values knowledge production, to a professional audience that values utility and that values efficiency and that values industry. to a public audience who doesn't even have to read what you write, so they value learning, interest, and amusement. Again, all of those projects should be, roughly speaking, about the same topic or closely related topics that you're interested in. This course, in that sense, is really more about taking a knowledge base and then activating it and taking the same kind of ideas and the same kind of research and spreading it to different people for different reasons in different ways. So it's about breadth and kind of modification rather than creating something new every time. Now, of course, if you have to add a new source or subtract, that's fine. There are going to be tweaks that come in. But the overall trajectory here really emphasizes audience and application. And then Module 6, the reflective essay, is a little bit shorter. That essentially asks you to take stock of what you did and what lessons can we learn from it in terms of skills, in terms of moving forward, what takeaways do you have about the writing process and how you use it. So that's the trajectory of the course: learning, theorizing, activating. It's that real kind of trajectory that you need to keep in mind throughout the whole thing, because everything has a reason. We scaffold. And the course also, as you'll see from looking at the syllabus, it really values collaboration and peer review. Those are big components too. So anyway, your first assignment here, and I think I'm about out of time in this room, so this video might be a little shorter than I would like it. Your first assignment is to get to know each other. What I'd like you to do is go online and create a short introduction post. I believe it's outlined in the course schedule here that I have. Yeah, take a few sentences to introduce yourself. So I'll set up that forum on Blackboard right now, and I'd like you to get with it. You have a couple days. You have my office information on the course policies, and I'll be looking forward to hearing from all of you shortly. Yeah, that's awkward. I didn't have the window open anymore. I'll talk to you soon.